Pretty composed still. And to break down last night's debacle, we bring in our rules analyst, Super Bowl referee. That will be Gene Steratore. Simply put, talk us through it.
Well, you got a touchdown occur. Brad Allen has finished that touchdown. You have players walking toward him, right? And 68, by his account, yells to Brad Allen, reporting. As you said, at that time, 70 skippers coming in. Now, Brad Allen's got the mix right there where he hears reporting and he sees 70 who has reported throughout the game. So the assumption there at that point was 68 says he's reporting. Brad Allen makes eye contact with 70. Brad Allen says, I announced that 70 was eligible. You see him quickly go to the defensive side to verbally let the defense know, look, 70's eligible on the play. And there you have the beginning of the miscommunication.
Yeah, and I think I had those conversations, Gene, with the officials, as I had them with you before a game, and talking about trick plays or something you're going to do to alert them to what you're doing, to make sure that they understand what's right and what's wrong. And I think in this case, you have 70 reported multiple times before this. There was a level of presumption, I think, on Brad Allen's part when he saw 70 come in. To me, Decker needs to say, whoa, this isn't 70 reporting eligible. And you saw Dan Campbell in this press conference get it confused. Yeah. He said, no, I mean, 68 is reporting eligible. So you want to bring that element of that. I know there's a little bit of deception trying to be creative because you want to take a look at the same thing.
Some gamesmanship.
Yeah, but 68's responsibility is make sure that official looks at me. I am the one that's eligible, not 70.
I'm going to tell you right now, Brad Allen got confused. And why did he get confused? He got confused because Detroit executed exactly the way that they wanted to execute this play. Now, you think back to the 2014 divisional playoff game between the Ravens and the Patriots. And John Harbaugh said after that game that the Ravens were clearly using deception and they also were using a substitution trick against us. Now, the Patriots went on to win that game. Deflategate came the next week because Tom Brady says, we know the rules. I think Dan Campbell confused the officials. The players did exactly what they were expected to do. And, you know, quite frankly, it's a very, very chaotic moment in the game, and that's one of the reasons why he was confused.
Well, I'm confused even more now. Listen to all this. I really am. You know, listen, Gene, once the play is over, can the official come back and go, I made a mistake? He can't do that.
Not after he's announced that this player is eligible.
Well,
this is not a retraction now when we're not going to review and saying now that we've changed who is eligible.
Okay.
Once you make that announcement, you've got to make that announcement.
But the bottom line is you got to make sure the officials understand before you even run the play.
You do, Coach. You do.
Look, I have an honest responsibility. If I'm going to do something, I want to make sure they got it right. I'm watching them report. Did they report it as what they did? So I'm just telling Taylor Decker, you make sure they know it's not 70 as it's been the whole game.
But how many times as a coach or a player do you have to check in with the refs? You already went over it.
But
you executed perfectly, and you were penalized for executing it perfectly.
No,
I just feel like as players, as coaches, we get microphones shoved in our face every day after we make mistakes in a game. I feel like the refs need to speak out because we are all confused. I'm not trying to blame them, but I do feel like Detroit was penalized for doing exactly what they planned on doing.
And listen, when Coach Campbell says, look, I went over this to a T, I'm not going to imply that he got on the whiteboard and wrote down this exact play, right? When officials go in there an hour, 2 hours before the game, Coach, anything special today? Did Coach Campbell say, you know what? Crucial plays, we're going to play ineligibles today. Don't forget, ineligibles are going to be reporting to you. He probably did that, and I don't know how detailed he did it.
Simply put, Taylor Decker did say, I'm eligible.
He said reporting.
Here we go. Reporting.
Yes.
And is that fulfilling his responsibility?
Listen, if somebody yells to me, reporting, I'm looking right back at you and I'm saying to you, this is an untimed down. The game's on the line. Are you reporting as eligible? 68? Yes. Now make the announcement that it's 68.
What Detroit was doing, was that against the spirit of the rules?
No, it's great gamesmanship.
Well, time out. You go back to that playoff game with the Patriots and Ravens. They made sure after that game that everybody knew who was on the field and who was eligible because of that game. There were 2 penalties on that play, and the second penalty was not announced by Brad Allen. That's why I believe he was confused.
You know, last thing I'll say is congrats to the Cowboys, and CeeDee Lamb had one hell of a game.
Yes.
All right.
Love the fact that you and Bill Cowher have a good relationship. Even
they're both from Pittsburgh.
I'm 4 spots away today.